Welcome to another edition of Talk City Greensboro, produced by GTN, featuring interviews and events happening around town. It's an easy way to stay in the know while you're on the go. Subscribe to Talk City on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or SoundCloud so you can keep up with what's going on in Greensboro city government. I'm your host, Josh Johnson, and with me today, credited by our wonderful guest, what was it?
The Queen of Sparkle.
The Queen of Sparkle.
Wow.
Or the Queen of Hoops
It was
today.
meaningful to you.
It was all that copy that I had to read before that just blew it out of me. Queen of Sparkle, Rosemary Blyben.
I'm going with the Queen of Hoops because I like those hoops you're
My-
wearing
oh,
today.
thank you.
Let me
Yeah.
rephrase that. Queen of Hoops.
Okay, whatever.
Rosemary
I feel like I
Blyben.
should be like hula hooping. All right. Let's get to the show because that's what you're here for, right? You know, the Tanger Center broke all kinds of records, continues to break all kinds of records with the launch of the inaugural Broadway season with hits like Wicked, The Lion King, and opening this week, Hamilton. Yes, well, next season is just as exciting.
Yep.
And Jennie Lannie is the director of marketing for the Steven Tanger Center for Performing Arts. It's
a long name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tanger Center,
Yeah,
as we
there
call
you
it. Welcome. So glad to have you here.
Hey, y'all.
Thanks
How's
for
it
coming.
going?
We
Thanks
are
for having me.
Good. We're glad to have you.
Okay, let's start by looking back. Let's talk about this past season. I mean, really
Sure.
starting in what September was our first show, right?
September was our first concert. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and
So, but
then
October was the first Broadway.
October was our first Broadway show, and I love to tell people, well, you know, we were supposed to open March 20th, 2020. So I remember being in that production meeting a week before we were supposed to open, and that's when, you know, the whole world kind of went crazy. So I think when we actually were able to open this past fall, it was even more fabulous. It was
Yeah.
even more anticipation. It was even more like the tears, you know, just being able to finally see people in the building.
Finally.
And yeah, and live entertainment's my favorite thing is my favorite thing in the world. So getting to see all of these people come in is, you know, something that we had worked on for so long. And, you know, not that we're out of COVID, but
It's better.
actually,
It's
yeah, it's better.
It's
And
better,
getting able, you know, people being able to be together and experience all these wonderful shows, concerts, and Broadway. It was something else, y'all.
I mean, well, and I remember like one of Galinda's first lines in Wicked is, "Did you miss me?"
It's great to
Yes.
see me, isn't it? And talk about the Queen of Sparkle. That would
Right.
be Galinda, I guess. Yeah. So it was it was really special having people in the building for our first show, which was September 2nd, I want to say, and then having people in for an actual Broadway show, which is something that I started here in November of 2018. So that was even more special.
Yeah, we
because
hadn't had Broadway in over a decade.
it
Right.
was like
Yeah.
2,700 days. We had a sign made. I want to say it was like 2,760 days since Broadway
Yeah.
had been in
my
Greensboro.
gosh.
So it was something, and to have this big mega blockbuster show like Wicked made it all the more special. Greensboro got greener, you know, that little green show called Wicked.
Yeah,
So
that little thing.
It's great.
And then continue to break records, you know, most recently with Lion King.
right,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Wicked did gangbusters, and then all of a sudden Lion King comes in for 2 weeks, and it was nearly sold out by the time it got here. I think we had, I think the box office had 5 shows go completely what we call clean, which is like absolutely no open
Wow.
seats in the house.
Wow.
So it was in terms of the number of people attending and the gross dollars sold, it, you know, did even a little bit better than Wicked. So it was wild. It was wild to see, and it really speaks to the excitement that Greensboro and the Triad has for live theater and live entertainment. And, you know, because of that, hopefully we just keep getting bigger and better shows. And that's why we get to have this little, the Big H, Hamilton,
Yeah, this little
coming next
show.
week. Yeah. About some historical dude. I don't know.
So what's in store for next season?
So next season, yeah, we've got, opening up our 22-23 Dare to Dream season, we have Pretty Woman the Musical, which is coming at the end of October. Then we go into Jagged Little Pill, which is based on Alanis Morissette's world-changing music. Then we've got, oh my gosh, all of these other shows. We have Cats. We have the Book of Mormon. We have Ain't Too Proud, Beetlejuice,
yeah.
Frozen. Did I get through all 7? So for our Broadway series, we actually added a 7th show on the season because we did so well the first year. We thought, oh, heck, why not do another show? So so it was really exciting to get to tell people, oh, we're adding on an extra show to your season package, and actually didn't really affect the pricing that much. And then did I name all 7? Did I... Josh, did you get all 7?
I wasn't counting. Were you counting? All right, let's do it again.
I should have it.
So Pretty Woman,
Jagged Little Pill, Cats, The Book of Mormon, Beetlejuice, Ain't Too Proud, Frozen. That's 7.
That's
Okay,
7,
great.
yes.
Yes.
It's official.
Yes.
Almost in chronological
Full
order.
of dreams. They're all dreamers.
They're all dreamers.
They are. Yeah.
Well, it kind of felt like we were daring to dream for we got through the first season, so it was like, oh my God, that happened. So let's do the second.
So yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I feel like I guess how are these shows chosen?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of it is based, certainly, like I said before, I think that the phenomenal response that we've had certainly warrants us getting, these really big shows like a Frozen, that's going to be here for 3 weeks. And, like Hamilton. So that's one part of it. And then second, it's what is playing in New York right now, what's doing well, and what new shows are playing on Broadway that are doing well enough that, okay, yep, they're going to win a couple of Tonys, or they're bringing enough audiences in New York that they're going to do well on the road. And then what shows are actually going on the road. And then, of course, we have shows that have been touring for quite a few years. The Book of Mormon. I mean, it's been out since the 12-13 season, I think. When I worked at DPAC in Durham, we had it in 2014, I want to say. So, but it's never been in this market. And then, but we've got the first national tours of Jagged. This is the first Jagged Little Pills going on the road. Beetlejuice is coming on the road. So, and Frozen hasn't been around too long either. So it's kind of a mixture of all those things. And then, of course, you've got one of my bosses in New York, Jack at Niederlander, he's got the tough task of looking at the routing too. Because if a show's in Charlotte, well, it's easy for them to come here. But if remember Lion King, I think their next one of their next city after us was in like Michigan, and I'm like, good luck.
Right, it's a long way.
That's a long drive for those trucks to get there by the next tour date. But
that is a haul.
Yeah.
So what is the Broadway community saying about Greensboro?
I think it's certainly, I think Matt Brown, who's our managing director at the Coliseum and Tanger Center, it's certainly exceeded our expectations, and it's beyond our wildest dreams. I mean, I don't think anyone would have ever thought that we would have had over 17,000 Broadway season seat members our first year. They tell me it broke some sort of national record. So that, I remember thinking, oh, maybe we'll have 8,000 to 10,000 subscribers our first year. So for it to have done so well was, pretty mind blowing. And certainly New York's taking notice of that. I mean, all of the producers are saying, okay, well, you're selling this many tickets in this market, and your audiences are loving it too. I mean, that's the really positive thing too, is people are, the actor, the people who are putting on the show notice it when the crowd's giving to them what they're putting out, I mean,
makes a better show.
I was going to say, well, y'all sit in the audience, so you're clapping, or we're not supposed to sing along, but silently I do, and, and clapping and the standing ovations and all that. So I think I think it's a combination of all of those things that are helping, drive us towards success in the future. And certainly just the enthusiasm that the market has given will drive us to get bigger and better shows. So,
last year or this season, we've had a couple of extra opportunities. Hamilton, of course, being one of them, Rent being another.
Right.
Can we expect the same next season?
Maybe, just maybe. Some things hopefully being announced in the next few months.
Okay.
So, people should definitely be on the lookout for 2, if not 3 more shows.
Okay. That's a nice little teaser. And can you kind of take us through the process if you're already a season ticket member, if you're not a member yet, but you want to, and kind of how that works?
Yeah, definitely. So right now, as Rosemary said, I believe it was March 9th when we announced our First Bank Broadway 22-23 season. So for being a subscriber on that season, only our current Broadway subscribers have access to this season. Okay. We are not selling new season tickets yet, simply because they're not there quite yet.
Yes.
So we are encouraging, if you haven't already, for our current Broadway season seat members to go to firstbankbroadway.com and make sure you click that button that says renew your seats, because we don't want you to lose them for next season, because if you don't renew this season, then you're not going to be able to get them back the following season because someone else is going to grab those seats. I keep telling my mom that. She hasn't renewed yet. So there will be our renewal period goes through early May. So our renewal deadline is May 4th. And then we will have what we call an upgrades period. So folks who might want to get better seats for next season, a reminder that you do have to renew your current seats in order to be eligible for upgrades, but we'll have a couple of weeks of that. And then hopefully starting in early to mid-June, we will be putting new subscriptions on sale. So for people who didn't get to come and be a season ticket holder last year, this summer will be your chance.
And ticket prices or season tickets start at what? I mean, they're really all ranges.
It's under $300 for our lowest price.
For 7 shows.
For 7 shows, exactly. Yeah. And like I said, for getting one entire additional show, the prices really haven't gone up that much from last year.
That's exciting.
So we were tickled about that, because that was one thing that I was like, no, I don't want prices to go up. Oh wait, they didn't really. So okay, I'm good with it. So
so much fun. We can't wait. I love it. It just brought so much to Greensboro to have the Tanger Center here and Broadway back. And I love hearing, I get the opportunity to talk to some of the actors and hearing what they have to say and how they are just loving being in the space as well.
Yeah, it's incredible, and everybody loves the building. It's brand new, so the loading dock is fancy, and all the rigging and all the things that are for people smarter than me. We're loading in the show understood that it's been really phenomenal for the tech crews and the cast members. And
it's got that new building smell.
Exactly.
Ooh, yes. If we could just bottle it.
Yeah, I know,
right?
Right?
In my house. Do you have a favorite that's coming, or something you're most looking forward to?
Ain't Too Proud.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. I am crazy over that show. I love a boy band, and the Temptations are like one of the OG boy bands.
That's right.
I love that.
So I went mad when I saw that show in New York. Was it 2019 when it opened? And fun fact, Oprah was at my show. Oprah and Gail were sitting like 10 rows ahead of me.
I was going to say behind you.
No,
behind you, right?
Definitely not. But it's just incredible. And we had the Temptations and Four Tops at Tanger Center recently. And then I was like, and we're going to have this show coming in. So, and Smokey Robinson, of course, worked for Motown and is featured in Ain't Too Proud, the musical. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of funny that, you've got this living legend, but there's this dude who's playing a living legend, who's going to be coming into the building after the actual guy played. So, but the music is just incredible. I mean, My Girl, Get Ready, Papa Was a Rolling Stone, just all of these songs. And my probably second favorite show on the season is Frozen. The sets are absolutely amazing. The costumes are stunning.
That dress change.
The dress change.
Yes,
the braid. The sparkle. So much Elsa Sparkle.
It could be the season to sparkle.
My God.
I'm just saying.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah. Next time.
Yeah, exactly.
23, 24.
I like it.
Jennie, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Don't forget, already have your season tickets or your Broadway tickets this season. That doesn't mean you have next season. You got to renew now. Go to tangercenter.com/Broadway. Not a member yet? Same place to find out everything you need to know about securing your seat for the next season.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank y'all.
Stay tuned in weekly by subscribing to Talk City Greensboro on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. And don't forget, you can download Talk City from SoundCloud.
That's it for this week. Thank you for tuning in to Talk City. Be sure to watch GTN, your official source for news and information about the city of Greensboro. GTN is available on Spectrum Channel 13,
AT&T UVerse Channel 99,
and North State Channel 31.
GTN also streams live on Roku and the city's website
at greensboro-nc.gov.
Take care.